Okay, here's my thoughts on a 5-3 loss to the Colorado Avalanche. 3-0 lead and blow it. You name me one playoff team, one contender that blows a 3-0 lead. The Leafs do it all the time. The Leafs do it all the time. Every opportunity they get a 3-0 lead, you can just dial it back. The team's going to come back and tie it. I don't care if it's Colorado Avalanche or whoever. It's happening. It's awful. So let me get into this. I'm boiling. And usually I don't rant on the rest, but the rest were absolutely disgusting tonight. But that's not what was the most disgusting part. The most disgusting part was the top two lines were an absolute no-show for the Leafs tonight. Mitchie Marner, back to his ballerina self. We're going to get into the fourth Colorado goal because there was a certain player, 64 on the Leafs, who got benched for the same goddamn play against the Columbus Blue Jackets. A pizza up the middle. Oh, I'll just throw it in front of the net and hope for the best. David Kampf did it and got benched. Let's see if Brian Boitano gets benched. You know, I've seen a whole bunch of stuff on, we should enjoy Mitch Marner. Enjoy him while he's such a good player. He's a crap player. He is a great regular season player when you're playing the San Jose Sharks, when you're playing the Anaheim Ducks, when you're playing the Detroit Red Wings, when you're playing the Buffalo Sabres. I don't give a crap. When you're playing a good team, the Leafs or the Avalanche top two lines absolutely dominated the Leafs tonight. The Leafs' top two lines were the worst lines on the team, and it wasn't even close. Matthews was terrible tonight. He had a secondary assist for a goal. That's what the Leafs are known for, is their secondary assists. And Marner had a secondary assist on the fourth goal. The pizza up the middle, same as David Kampf. The third line was great. Fourth line was great. Now, I noticed that Coachy, who I'm losing a lot of respect for, put the top three players together. Nylander, it's amazing. Hey, it's craziness, eh? Nylander signed a contract, and he hasn't showed up for the last 3 games. He's back to the laziness. He's back to the, pull up. I'm not going to no net. No way. I'm going to go around and do little fancy stuff. Back to it. It's amazing. Signed that contract. He's like his dad, Michael Nylander. Contract year. Beautiful. Then I signed my contract. Go F yourselves, guys. You already got to pay me. I'm done. I got 7. We should dial it up 7 years before Nylander starts trying again. That's how does the coach... You're rewarding Nylander and Matthews and Marner, putting them together, and they still got owned. They still got owned by McKinnon's line or whoever the Colton line was. It's brutal. Now, he did bench he benched the second line. I guess Nyes was the problem on the first line. Yeah, he was the problem. It wasn't Marner or Matthews. It was definitely a Nyes problem. So they benched Nyes. Bertuzzi and Tavares, I'd love to know what their ice time was. Of course, I probably would bench Tavares too, but what'd you expect? Tavares is up against a team that's fast. Oh, did anyone notice when Tavares was on the ice, all of a sudden McKinnon got on the ice? That's craziness, eh? How another coach goes, oh, I've got a matchup I like. McKinnon against Tavares. Oh, please, I'll take that one. And they were rewarded for a goal and a penalty that turned into a goal. Tavares had 15 minutes of ice time tonight, -2. Matthews, 21 minutes, -3. Wonder what the problem was. If I go to the Colorado Avalanche, I'm probably going to see a different story there. Oh, Jonathan Drouin, +2. Owned. The third line for the Leafs was fantastic tonight. I thought Domi, Holmberg, and Yarnikak were fine. They were fantastic, actually. The fourth line wasn't bad. Gregor impressed me a little bit. Kampf wasn't that bad. Bobby McCann, yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. Although Bobby McCann had the least amount of ice time. Holmberg was second. Like, why? What Holmberg? Played actually pretty decently. And anyways, how do you get a 3-0 lead? Well, 3-0 lead happened because the third line was working their butts off. Riley made a nice play. And then the first line, second line for Colorado took over. And the Leafs didn't react. We react by doing, putting the top three players together, which, by the way, were our worst spot 3 players. And if you take a look at the stats, it shows it. They were owned. Colorado Avalanche owned our top 2 lines. This is the same thing that happens in the playoffs, right? Same thing. Just take away McKinnon and make it Bennett, or take away Bennett and make it Reinhart or Barkov or Kucherov or Marchand or Pasternak, you name it. When it gets down to these teams own the Leafs, and it's ridiculous. Now, I want to get into the refs. The refs were god-awful tonight. Who are the refs? Kelly Sutherland and Kendrick Nicholson. Okay, the power plays were 4-1 on Colorado. Now, here's, you go through my videos, tell me how many times I complain about the refs. Please, go ahead. I don't do it. I already went through my number 1 complaint, which is the top 2 lines. That's the reason why the Leafs lost. But the refs were atrocious tonight. There was a play in the second period where Jonathan Drouin, now I didn't know this. Maybe you can sign me up for this because I wasn't aware. You cannot call a penalty on Jonathan Drouin. There's got to be a rule in the NHL that Jonathan Drouin can do whatever he likes. Because he hooked Matthews the exact same way that Tavares hooked Makar. The difference is Tavares is an awful player and Drouin's better than him, but take that away. And if you disagree with that, please, come on, watch the game. The difference is Tavares got a penalty and Drouin didn't get a penalty. It was the same hook, the same spot, the same area of the ice, right before a scoring chance. And a hook. No call for the Leafs, call for the Avalanche. Explain that to me, please. Same thing happened. If you take a look at the 2 plays, it's amazing how equal they are. Now, Drouin slashes Liljegren. No call. McCabe does the exact same thing that Josh Manson did to Matthews in the corner. He cross-checks him. There's got to be something. I have no idea. But Matthews has no respect from the referees. He has got none. Now, he doesn't complain. I rarely do I hear him complain. I hear McDavid cry. I hear the rest of them cry. I don't hear Matthews ever cry about the refs. Maybe he needs to. Because he got cross-checked. A blatant cross-check. Just like Jake McCabe blatantly cross-checked. Except one got a call. It was Drouin again, I think. One got a call. One didn't get a call. It's the exact same play. So refs can be bad, but how do you get the exact same play called both for the Leafs, none against the Avalanche? Please explain it to me. Love to know. Doesn't the NHL have to stand up for this nonsense? If I'm the Leafs, I show the videos. Here's what was called. Here wasn't what called. Tell me the difference, please. Give me the difference. Like, I'm hoping this is graded because that was disgusting. It wasn't as disgusting as how Tavares and it got owned by McKinnon, but it was bad. The refs should be ashamed of themselves tonight. They were terrible. What this team lacks, well, let's get into some other stuff. Did TJ Brody, are the Leafs defense morons? Do they lack brain cells? Do they lack the brain? Okay, the Colorado Avalanche are on a power play. And there's another penalty called. So Nathan McKinnon does what most people do. Hand the puck to the other team. Now I got more 5-on-3 time. Now he handed it to TJ Brody, who was in the slot. He wasn't like he shot it to him in a corner. If he shot it to him in a corner, don't touch the puck. Take some more time off the clock before you got to touch it. But he's McKinnon passed it to him, but and Brody let it go, that's going right to your net. TJ Brody, you're moronic. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just not touch the puck. Oh, shoot, that's going right towards my goalie. Colton with the pass to Drew, it's over. McKinnon's sitting there laughing, going, oh, I got an assist. I tried to give you the puck. I don't care if it makes it 5-on-3. You don't let a puck go to your net. How stupid are you? TJ Brody has hit the wall. Like he was running like the boom, wall. He was good. What happened? I know he got the long hair and all that stuff. Was he trying to be? Maybe he's gone to the fashion. Maybe Marner's helping him out with his fashion sense. The other moronic play, and there's a lot of moronic plays. When did Giordano become an idiot? He's 37 years old. He's got a 3-on-2 on a shorthanded rush. The play is to pass it into the middle and get back. He fires the puck wide on the shorthanded. He misses the net on the far side. It goes all the way around, and it became a 2-on-1. I know it didn't result in a goal, but it's stupid. It's just dumb. In the game before, he tried to ice the puck, didn't ice the puck, and ended up in the back of our net. It's not tough. It really is not tough. Oh, but he got upset with himself on that one. I don't care. TJ Brody's a man, oh man. What was his stats tonight? Had to be awful. -1. Man, that's lucky. The most minus was Matthews. As I said, he had a horrible game. Man, oh man, that's terrible. That is the funniest thing I've ever just seen. Holmberg had the most shots in 10 minutes of ice time, if the stats are right. So I saw what happened in the last part. And the other thing, too, on that Marner. Here's the thing. You got it's 3-3. What, less than 5 minutes left in the game? When did they score their goal? They scored their goal, yeah. It was less than 5 minutes in the game. Less than 4 minutes in the game, actually. You're on a long shift. You're tired. You don't throw a pizza up the middle in front of the net and hope. All Marner did was flip it in front of the net and hope, and McKinnon picked it off, and off he went. He passed it, got it back, did a dance around McCabe, waited for Marner to do his pirouette, and then buried it. Now, David Kampf did the exact same thing against the Columbus Blue Jackets. He threw a pizza up the middle that Fantilli took, or the defenseman passed it to Fantilli, and Fantilli went down and scored. That tied the game. It was 5-4 or Columbus at the time. Same amount of time in the clock, maybe 5-6 minutes left. He did the exact same thing. David Kampf was benched for the exact same play that Brian Boitano, Mitchie Marner just did. Now, coach, you want to hold people accountable. I heard that. I heard that somewhere. So, did I hear that? Was it just me? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? What are the bets that Mitchie sits tonight or tomorrow? He didn't even sit for the rest of the game. What's the chances Mitchie sits? So, what you're telling me, coach, is it depends on who makes the mistake. This one cost you more. Because this one cost you 2 points. Not 1. Like Kampf's cost you 1. Mitchie just cost you 2. We'll see what happens. Anyone? Any bets? Anyone? Horrible game. How can a team, how does the Toronto Maple Leafs pretend to be, we're going to win the Stanley Cup? I would love to know. Now, I saw something, Colorado's had like 12 comebacks now. How many times has Colorado got a 3-0 lead and blown it? I'd love to know. Vegas, how many times they got a 3-0 lead and blown it? Vegas had a 3-0 lead. Coach doesn't react. Coach doesn't say, hey, I've got Tavares on the ice. Oh, crap, they put McKinnon on. I should be yelling at John to get off the ice. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. $11 million for a guy who can't skate. It's ridiculous. And then we pay another $11 million for 3 guys who took the night off. That's what happened. Cheers.